right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here. I'm here with the one, the only, Mr. John Dodson. John, how we doing, my man?
I'm doing amazing. Just sitting there enjoying life and ready to go ahead and take on the adventures of the day.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. And John, it's been a little bit since we've seen you compete. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about what's maybe next for you here.
Hopefully, I can go ahead and get defend that bare knuckle world title. They literally said that you are saying that I have an opponent, but for years, or actually for like the last break that I had for this last 2 years, they said I had no opponent. There was no one that was ready for me to fight. Then the two people I offered for me to fight fought for their interim title. Then the champion now says he doesn't want to fight me in New Mexico, but doesn't want to fight me at all. Then the cut man wants to cut fight me, but he's on injury leave. So I don't know what's going on. Literally, they just keep on giving me the round about what's going on next. And yeah, hopefully I can go ahead and beat somebody up in bare knuckle.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've been listening to some interviews. It sounds like you've been having some struggles finding an opponent, so I definitely hope you can get something somewhat soon. And now, when it comes to bare knuckle, I mean, what are maybe some of your goals that you might have with the promotion? And talk us a bit more about that.
I'll be honest with you, I just want to be retaining this title of the flyweight division. Go ahead and keep on making sure that nobody can ever contest the fact that I'm the greatest striker in the world. At 125, I'll go out there and knuckle people's face in continuously, and hopefully go out to Risen and go fight for that title out there too, and claim that title for that flyweight division over there.
Yeah, and now you've obviously competed over there as well. I mean, what was that culture kind of like going over there and fighting over there? And how is it kind of different fighting over there versus America?
They love the shit out of us, man. They go out there, they think that you're like the next superstar, and all of a sudden, everybody who knows you and knows anything about fighting, they want to take pictures with you. Granted, it's like that here in the United States, but when the fighting culture out there, they actually appreciate the whole general art of it. Win, lose, or draw, they just appreciate the fact you go out there and pour out your whole heart in the ring.
Yeah, and now when it comes to competing over there, I mean, do you actually like competing over there more versus America? I mean, talk us a little bit more about that.
Uh, it's quieter over there. Like you go out there and it's like dead silent, so you can hear every punch, every ooh ah and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool because of the fact that you get to really be challenged in with your real thoughts. Like you're hearing, just solely focus on going out there hurting this other man and just watching the other people and be entertained versus like having a drug crowd in the United States who are all boozed up and like telling you, bite his ear, pinch his dick and twist it. You're like, what did you just say? You're like in the mix of combination. So it's a love hate relationship because of the fact that I love fighting out in Japan because it's so quiet and peaceful and everyone is respectful, but I don't know the language, so that language barrier messes me up.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough. No, that makes a lot of sense for sure, man. And now, obviously, you've been competing for bare knuckle for a little bit now. I mean, but you've been obviously fighting in MMA for a long time as well. Do you ever see yourself going back to MMA? And if so, what are kind of the plans for that?
I actually do want to go back to MMA. Like I said, I want to go continue out the rest of my career for mixed martial arts out in Japan. I'll go to Ryzen and go ahead and demolish everybody, hold that 125 title, and if the UFC actually wants to take a geriatric old man like myself, I'll go out there and beat up everybody in this young flyweight division. I mean, Joshua Van doesn't even know who Demetrius Johnson is. Kind of very sad. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, you don't know who the greatest flyweight in the world is. Doesn't mean, and you're the champion. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, no, that's kind of mind blowing to me as well. I was a little shocked. Well, also when he said that, and now obviously with you competing against Demetrius Johnson and and a lot of other champions as well. Do you think Demetrius Johnson's in the top five when it comes to like the Mount Rushmores of like maybe like the goats of MMA as well?
Yeah, I think he is. Needs to be considered as one of the greatest of all times, not just in the flyweight division, but just in mixed martial arts. Period. Like they have a bunch of different people that are specialized in a few things that were great in those mixed martial arts. But Demetrius Johnson was the most well-rounded, put together, complete fighter in well, in the mixed martial arts generations.
Yeah, no, I definitely think Demetrius Johnson definitely doesn't get the respect he deserves. He's definitely a beast for sure. And now with you fighting so many like champions, whether it was like Marab, Peter Yan, Demetrius Johnson, talk to me more about like when you fought Peter Yan and Marab. Did you ever expect those guys to like potentially be a champion one day?
No, I thought that I was gonna run through those dudes, beat them up, and then all of a sudden I caught a loss to them, and I was like, they're gave them a win for a good reason. So seeing that my record of all losses have just been to future champ or yeah, that became future champions after we lost or I lost is amazing. I didn't know that they were going to go ahead and be that champion, but they've proven that for the test of time that everybody that I've lost to has either held a belt or yeah, in one organization or another.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you've definitely fought a lot of talented guys for sure. And now another thing I want to bring up as well too, kind of around like 2018, the flyweight division, they were kind of having like that flyweight purge where pretty much like almost every fight it was like if you lost, they were kind of cutting the roster, and then like they were thinking about getting rid of the flyweight division as a whole. What did you kind of think about that time period, especially with you being a part of the UFC during that time period?
Yeah, so that's why I actually moved up to 135 because they sat there and said they're gonna scrap it, and then Henry Cejudo ended up saving the division. So thanks, Henry. But at the end of the time, I lost to Demetrius Johnson, and literally for the second time for the chance so that I can go ahead and get that title, they said, "Hey, you need to move up to 135 if you want to continue being part of the roster." So I said, "Okay, let's go ahead and do it, and I'll make a run at it."
Yeah, no, I definitely think that makes a lot of sense for sure. I'm definitely glad the 125 division is kind of here to stay now. And speaking about that as well too, in another interview you mentioned, you thought you could potentially knock out Pantoja. Do you still believe that? And if so, how do you think you would kind of fare up against like Joshua Van or even Tatsu Taira, who's also fighting for the belt soon as well?
I just sat there and said I would knock out Joshua Van, and I would go ahead and demolish every single person at the 125 division, and currently in the UFC right now. Like me, at any given point in time, I'm literally the most dangerous person that they'll ever see come across. When it comes with striking, jujitsu, or even the wrestling ability, and once I am ready to go and good to go, like I'm shooting on all cylinders and being able to knock out everybody. Like even
No,
Joshua Van is gonna be that dude who doesn't know his history, so I'm gonna etch it into his brain with every single one of my knuckles.
no, I love it, man. That definitely would be an awesome fight for sure. And now with you training with bare knuckle and fighting with them, I mean, how often are you kind of training your ground game and everything like that as well?
So we have class. We have grappling on Monday. We wrestle on Wednesday. We have ground and pound on Friday, and then night classes Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, so all the time.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're sticking with it, man. Even if you fighting bare knuckle, I'm glad everything's still kind of going to plan. That's good to hear.
Well, it doesn't
Um,
really change up my whole like champ training regimen. So everything doesn't really go ahead and gets knocked off because of the fact of how I have to steer. I think about bare knuckle boxing all the time. Like it integrates really well with all of our mixed martial arts because of the collar size and be able to control the range and distance. Like since I'm especially need to be able to hit people with little gloves, that helps me out with that as well because now I can go ahead and keep safely protect my knuckles and continuously finding those accurate strikes in the small areas.
yeah. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense for sure. And now when it comes to like bare knuckle and everything like that, I mean, talk us a bit more about how you kind of got the call for the promotion and what that was kind of like fighting for them for the very first time.
Man, I didn't even get a call for them. They literally sat there. My brother wanted to go ahead and do bare knuckle, and he went out to the tryouts, did successful in it. They gave him a contract, and then he didn't get. They gave him 4 fights, but they never followed through with them. Those his opponents kept on backing out. He kept on falling through, and then he was like, "Dude, I really want to fight in bare knuckle. Can you please help me?" And I was like, "All right." So I called them up. I was like, "Hey, what can I do to get my brother to go ahead and get fight?" They're like, "Hey, we're coming out to Albuquerque. What can we do by getting you on it and him on it at the exact same time?" I was like, "If that's what it takes," my I was looking at my brother like, "I will do it. You better love me forever." So then we went out there for that very first one here at Rio Rancho Event Center, and my brother fought first. I was in his corner. He got a 14-second knockout, and then I got a 41-second knockout.
Nice, nice. That's definitely awesome. That's definitely a super cool experience, and that's definitely pretty cool how that kind of all worked out for both of you guys as well. And now another thing I want to kind of touch on as well too. I mean, with you competing on the Ultimate Fighter, I mean, talk us a bit more about some of your favorite memories when you were competing on that show as well.
And my favorite memory so far from that show is when every practice would get done. Like it would be for Team Bismee's practices. They would come back and all of a sudden I hear like everybody running to my room. Like they're like, John, please help us. Diego's trying to kill us. I was like, what'd you guys do to the man? Like, I don't know. He's just mad about something. I was like, he's not mad about something. Y'all did something to him. They're like, no, no, no. So I felt like I was like, had to be like the house general or like bouncer security guard. I was like, let's go. Everybody, sit in this room. We got to sit there and eat and then talk about this, what we're going on right now. The whole time we sat there just having like mayhem throughout the whole part of it, like of the show.
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely think the Ultimate Fighter was definitely awesome back in the days for sure. And now when it comes to that show, I mean, was there anything that maybe wasn't shown on TV that maybe you wish was kind of shown on TV? And if so, what would that maybe have been?
Yeah, like the big old powwow that we had at the first night that we had for us picking the fighters that we wanted to beat up. We were calling each other out, and then all of a sudden it got played out that I was just giving up picks of all the fights. It's like, no, we all talked about who was going to fight who and who wanted to fight who, and we were taking those fights. And they're like, "Nah, John, you sold us out." And I was like, "But did I? Did I really sell you guys out? Because I swear to God, we all talked about this." Like,
Fair enough, fair enough. No, that makes a lot of sense. No, that's definitely some cool experiences as well. That's definitely what it sounds like. And now when it comes to the Ultimate Fighter, I mean, what do you kind of think of the show now and how it's kind of evolved to what it is now?
uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pass on that one because I haven't watched the new season. But
Okay, okay,
to be honest with you, like it brought up new fighters and new contenders. Like the Ultimate Fighter doesn't like its job. It brings out the new talent so everyone can go ahead and see eyes in the next stars. And if they can become a new star, it helps accelerate their career.
yeah.
So if those dudes who are on the Ultimate Fighter currently ain't taking full advantage of being of all that star power that they get, then they're gonna have a short career.
Yeah, yeah, no, fair enough. I definitely would agree with you there. And now with the Ultimate Fighter, they also have the Contender Series now. I mean, if you were able to like do it back, would you wish you were kind of on the Contender Series instead, or what do you kind of think about that show as well?
So Contender Series is cool because of the fact that the paycheck. That paycheck's way better than the way we get on the Ultimate Fighter. But the Ultimate Fighter actually has a way better like stardom and star power, so you can go ahead and get more acclimated to the UFC vibe and feel. Like you get in there, you get to train, you get to talk to them, and then you get to actually meet all the people who are behind the scenes. It's not just Dana White and everybody that you get to go ahead and meet. You're meeting everybody who's helping you out with your makeup, wardrobe, and getting all your gear. And those are the people that you actually really connect with. And those are people that you want to have everlasting relationships with.
Fair enough. No, I definitely didn't think of it in that aspect. That makes a lot of sense for sure. And now obviously, we've been talking a lot about your fighting career, but I mean, what do you kind of like to do outside the cage when you're not in there training and fighting?
Teaching. I have a whole team. It's nobody's business, MMA and fitness. A lot of my guys are always getting ready for fights in the month of March. We have a bunch of people fighting on APFC. So Jalen is a gentleman Fuller is defending his title. Mark Haas Hussey is going to go out there and put a banger performance. He's going to have fight of the night for sure because that dude likes to go ahead and emulate Justin Gaethje. He just goes balls to the wall and try to make sure he can put his people to sleep. And Brandon Shiesty Johnson goes out there and put on a masterful performance of being the blackest dude, but he's the whitest guy I've ever met.
I love it. I love it. No, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you got into coaching. You're enjoying everything in that aspect. And now, obviously, you've been fighting for a very long time. How long do you kind of see yourself competing for when it comes to whether it's MMA or even BKFC?
To be honest with you, if Andre can keep on doing this till he's like 50, I can get for you do it too.
Yeah, yeah. I just saw him fight at Knuckle Mania. He's definitely a beast. It's crazy to see his longevity in MMA and just bare knuckle as well.
Oh, just in general, that dude's been fighting everything. He's constantly battling cancer, keep on fighting through with it, keeps on winning. So if he can continue on fighting with his longevity of his true determined and passion for the sport, I can keep up that exact same mentality as well.
Yeah. And like, how do you kind of have that longevity when it comes to like fighting as well, too? I mean, what are you kind of doing in the gym or just like even like your daily lifestyle to kind of have this sort of longevity in your career?
Movement. The only reason why we die or stop like competing is because we stop moving, we stop evolving, stop learning, stop doing all these things, and lose the passion of fighting. Now, I haven't lost it just yet because of the fact that I love. Well, I just like hurting people. There's no easier way to say it. Like it's the only place I can know I can go ahead and beat up somebody and not go to jail.
Right, right, right. No, fair enough. That makes a lot of sense. Now, when it comes to like training and everything like that, I mean, do you still kind of have like the same kind of training style that you did like when you were younger in your career? I mean, talk a bit more about like did anything kind of change or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm old, man. My joints hurt. I gotta stretch. I can't just hop on the mats anymore and just like be like, oh hell yeah, let me go ahead and not warm up. No, I gotta. It take. I'm ancient. I have to warm up for like 20 minutes. Then I can go ahead and be as kind of agile as I used to be. And then some of the things I'm like more afraid of doing, like doing more of the front flips and back flips in like grappling matches or even like wrestling around with the guys. Like it's like frustrating because time's like taking a hold and it's taking its place, but at the same time, I'm trying to like deny it, deny its purpose.
Yeah, yeah, no, I hear you. That makes a lot of sense. I'm glad you're able to still stick with it for as long as you've been able to. And now getting back into like some of the fighters, like we mentioned, Demetrius Johnson, and everything like that. Who are maybe some of your favorite fighters that you like to watch, whether it was in the past or even currently right now, whether it's the UFC or any promotion?
First of all, I used to look like idolize all the time until I met the guy was Dwayne Bane Ludwig. He was like one of the dudes who was phenomenal growing up, because I wanted to be as technical as him with my striking and my footwork, just so I can go ahead and not get taken down. Because at the same time, I was a heavy wrestler, so I wanted to learn like to idolize somebody the who had the best striking at the time, in my opinion. And then also Kid Yamamoto was like a legend that I would was like, all right, this little dude can go out there and terrorize Japan. I can do it. I might not be Japanese, but I am going to go do the exact same thing that he's doing over there.
No, I love it. Those are definitely some good picks. Definitely some unique ones as well, because a lot of people forget about those guys. So I'm glad you brought them up as well. And now, obviously, we mentioned that you fought a lot of good competition throughout your career. Who do you think was maybe the hardest hitter that you maybe faced? I'm assuming it could be John Lineker, but I'm just curious what your take may be.
Yep, definitely John Lineker. That dude left a lump on the side of my head for like years. So I had like this little bump on my side of my head over here, and it like grew out and like literally protruded, like, and I thought I had a cyst for like 2 or 3 years. It was just there. It looked like actually it literally looked like this the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Yeah.
just giant. And I was like, it was annoying. I kept on massaging it out. I had like kind of shock it a few times.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I've seen a lot of his fights, and it just seems like everybody kind of says that about him. I don't know what exactly it is that makes him hit that hard, but I mean, it's insane watching his fights.
Is because he's willing to get hit that hard. That dude was like so insane because I've never kicked somebody so hard in the head and watch him not like literally just tilt over and come back up like nothing happened. I was like, what the hell are you like the Terminator or something? So I was like literally hitting him with everything, including the kitchen sink, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, shoot, I'm just jump on his back and try to choke him out for the last round. Like that was a 5 round fight in Portland. And I was frustrated. I
Yeah.
landed 400 and like what was it, 471 strikes throughout the whole fight. I was like pissed.
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's definitely a lot of volume for sure. And yeah, no, he's definitely a beast. I definitely enjoy watching him compete as well. And now obviously, another thing I want to ask you about as well too. I mean, your background as well too. It seems like you're collecting a ton of stuff. What's maybe some of your favorite things that you like to collect as well?
Are you talking about all this stuff behind
Yeah,
me?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Those dudes. Oh,
Okay. Ah, here we go.
look. Yeah, the
There
Ninja
we go.
Turtles.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, I'm a huge Ninja Turtle dude. But yeah, so I have the Ninja Turtles and then the Power Ranger crossovers. And then my buddy just got me the Magic the Gathering trading card set. And I was like, do I open it or should I collect it? And he's like, you do whatever you want, but I'll be very disappointed if you don't play one match with me. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll play a match, but it might go back in. Like, I have to figure out a way to seal them all, or I'll just go ahead and get them graded. And he's, John, you're an idiot. I was like, buddy, we had to open it.
No, that's awesome, man. It definitely seems like you got some pretty cool stuff. I'm glad everything's been going good for you outside the cage and inside the cage. And John, man, it's been awesome talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time for sure. You're definitely a legend. What's maybe your final message out there to the fans watching this video?
Thank you guys for all the years of support and cheering me on. Like, I couldn't be doing this or living this kind of lifestyle without you guys. Like, you guys are the reason why I continue to love to stay fighting and keep on going. Like, the motivation to entertaining you guys at my expense has been a joy. I just appreciate you guys appreciating the violence I continue to create.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, man, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's next for you, whether it's BKFC, Rise, or anything like that. And again, man, thank you so much for taking the time. It means a lot to me, and looking forward to seeing what's next, my man.
Oh, no problem. I can't wait to see what's next for me too, because I'm waiting. I just want to hit somebody one more time.
Yeah, man. I know they gotta find you an opponent, man. Like I said, I don't know what's taking so long, but I'm glad you know you're trying to stay active, and definitely looking forward to seeing what's next for you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.